Hey, so I just wanted to debrief on the French food tasting, or rather the French drink tasting. I decided to do, I'm going to tell you everything in case you didn't see the introduction, or in case I haven't made the introduction or whatever. It's always good to film stuff fresh, so I hope you don't mind that I'm doing it in my car. It's where I tend to do all my thinking and where the stuff comes where I can quickly share with you, because I don't have to be anywhere else. I'm on the way to the next place. So when I have food tasting, the objective is to give children a new experience and to promote the love of French food, or to encourage them to try different things and to have confidence. And then because of the peer pressure, because children seeing other children liking things, it then persuades them to give it a go. I had so many children today saying, I'm not trying that, I'm not trying that, and as soon as I gave them all the chance to try it, they all tried it. So what can you say? It's great. Food tasting in a group with kids is brilliant, and that's how they get to try things that maybe the parents can't afford to buy all the time, in case they don't like it, because that's the point, isn't it? You don't want to spend money on something that you don't like. So I always just start off with a little introduction of who has tried this before, who's heard of it before, and we try and put it into context and sort of say, when have we had things like this in England, and when might you see these kinds of things in France? So we had lots of things to tie in with. I started off with the French Orangina advert, and they watched it, and then I had some bottles of Orangina, and they had to go at shaking them and doing a little dance, saying the words Orangina c'est chouk, and discussing the movie and the comparisons and the drink and what it contains and all those bits and bobs. And then we had time to do some other French culture bits, and I showed them the French squash, the French cordial, which is syrup. It's thick, it's rich, and it's much better tasting. So they were all really keen to try it, and even the mint one, that wasn't the most popular option to go for, but they still had the option to try all three. And then we thought we'd have some fun and mix them all up, because kids often aren't able to do that at home. They're not allowed to mess with the food, they're not able to mix concoctions. Parents don't always have the time to do these things, so it's good fun to just let them play, let them express themselves, let them do the fun little things that they often like to do, the parents don't let them or have the ability to do. Excuse me. So the things you needed when you're doing a drink tasting are based on your area, on your classroom. I don't have a classroom, I had a little French area. So we had to borrow things. We had to get some extra water, we had to get in a jug, a few empty cups to tip away what children didn't want. The children had to use the same cup for all the different things. Now you don't need plastic cups, you can get taster glasses, sort of shot glasses, but they're double shot glasses, medical shot glasses. They're 60ml medical drink glasses, and you can then obviously use them again and again, just wash them, and they're small, which means you don't end up using too much drink for them all to try, and there's less wastage, and it's really convenient, and then they can try it and quickly move on to the next one. So a 60ml cup is optimal, and of course they then all stack in each other. So if you're in a French club with limited facilities, it's a really easy one to do. So I sat down with them all, and I started off with this one. This is lemon. Has anyone had a lemon pancake before? Here's how you say lemon, citron. And they'll practice it, and you make sure they do the wide grin and then the long face, citron, so they get the sounds out really well. Just have a bit of fun with that bit. And then children will tell you about sharing, that they will share their experiences of eating pancakes. And it's quite good that the 3 weeks time it's Shrove Tuesday, so we did a few links with that and asked what they knew about it in general, and if they've been to any crepe dessert bars in England, because now all of a sudden there are lots of dessert lounges, which is great for French, and half the children will have tried a French pancake before, and that's where you get to share the experiences together, and they get to learn from each other. When we've done our piece of sort of briefing on them, you open the squash, let them smell it, and then they start to help them judge whether they want to try it or not. And then you pour it into one. I suggest just pour them all out into cups for now. It is better if you can have 3 different jugs. Obviously that's more stuff to carry, but if you do have 3 different jugs, it's easier. Or just, instead of pouring syrup into each cup, pour it into a bigger cup, and then you can just pour 5 or 6 portions out of a bigger cup. And then again, that cup can be the spare if nobody wants their drink and they want to tip it away. You need some cloths for any mess, because it's going to happen. It just happens with kids or adults. And a voting sheet to be able to note down any comments, what they thought about each one, the smell, the sweetness, the texture, was it thick or thin, so you can differentiate this lesson for different age groups. This group for me was a mixed age group, so I had children aged 7, 8, 9. No, I had 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11, so it was good to kind of get a good mixture. I didn't worry about letting the children serve each other or anything, but I just kind of said, right, go right around the edge of the table, line up, and you then get them to buy and sell from you, and thank you for the purchase, and to say what flavour it is, and please, and that's nice, or I'm next, and things like that. So they'll get used to it. And you hold on in the air and you say, what flavour is this one? What flavour is this one? In French, obviously. And so the lemon one was first. That's the easiest one to go with. Lemon cordial. Tell them how much it costs. Tell them how different it is to kids on roundabouts. And then you can move on to Grenadine next. The Grenadine flavour. The Grenadine flavour is really fruity. It's not technically Grenadine, so they'll really like that one. That'll get them all excited again about the next one. And then the final one is the green one, and then they're very astounded by how green it looks. And if you can, you know, tell them that you can use it with lemonade, sparkling water, have it on a hot day with leaves in, and, you know, mint leaves and all that kind of stuff, and they get to start to see the bigger picture of how cool and exciting drinks and things can be. So when they had the green one, it was great fun, as I said, because the colour was so different, and also because some of them liked it, some didn't. They said it's like mouthwash, or it's like bonbon, mint sweets. Some of them quite liked it, some didn't. So you just need somewhere for them to put it, and maybe just another drink for them to have, a bottle of their own bottles of water. And then we did a vote. No, we didn't. We made a cocktail. We made a mixture. So we said, okay, let's try these ones. And then they just loved it. It was just so much good fun. There was so much commotion. They were telling all their friends about it, and some of the teachers came along to try some extra bits. So it's really worthwhile just buying a £2 bottle of supermarket own brand French Cordial when you're next in Carrefour, and picking up a few bits like that. I'm going to have a look, see if they are available on the internet to people who are in the UK, so you don't have to go to France and bring these things over. It's a bit tricky when you're flying, of course. When you're driving, it's easier. But what a great way to do a food tasting when you've got lots of children with allergies, because there's nothing in these squashes. Obviously check do your own due diligence, but there was nothing in mine that was any potential problem with the children, so that was really great. So thumbs up. It wasn't an easy lesson. It never is when you're doing tastings and working with food and all of that, but when you are with children for an experience of sharing something, of tasting, and you know, it's a very positive thing. So yeah, it's great fun. So guys, tell me your thoughts. What have you done similar to this? What were you thinking of doing yourselves? Have you got some different ideas and different things? I've done this before with cheese and bread, and I just kind of wanted to use these drinks that I've had in stock to use and to just give it a go. So what have you done before? How has your food tasting gone? What other props do you use with it? Please tell me and share with me all your experiences and your ideas and your questions, because I really want to know. Thank you for watching.